So often at this time of year, your health takes a back burner. I mean, with the holiday times, everyone's so busy with holiday planning, with gift buying, and then the holidays come and there just isn't any time to focus on your health. People stop going to the gym and they're traveling, etc. So it's no surprise that weight loss is one of the #1 things on people's New Year's resolutions list. But that doesn't have to be you. There's a lot of things you can do to manage stress and manage overindulgences so that you maintain your weight over the holiday season. This is a big theme for me because I try to do things where I'm doing damage control so that I, don't overindulge too much. Maybe give myself a little wiggle room, but I still try to maintain my routine and I try not to overeat during the holidays. So in this video, I'm gonna go over a few different tips. I'm gonna talk about why sugar is your #1 enemy. I'm gonna talk about why alcohol is probably enemy #2 because there's a lot of empty calories in alcohol. I'm gonna talk about how to fire up your metabolism with one crucial food group. I'm going to talk about what to fill your cup and plate with to keep the pounds off. And I also want to talk about why dissolving shame around food is also key to managing your weight. Okay, so here are my 8 tips. So #1 is intermittent fasting. So I always find that if I overindulge, whether it's Thanksgiving or Christmas or the holidays or what have you, that I do damage control and I'll do fasting. So I'll either do a 12-hour, 18-hour fast, even a whole 24 hours sometimes, because that is one of the best ways to, one, give your digestion a break, to enter into autophagy, where your cells you detox your cells, you clean up all the debris out of your cells, and it's a great way to kind of hit the reset button. It's a great way to reduce inflammation, to give your metabolism a jump start. So I don't recommend doing intermittent fasting for longer than 3 days unless you've done it before or you're under the supervision of a physician, because some people, if they're very, very stressed out or they have a lot of different health issues, you don't want to fast for too long, but fasting is a necessary part of being healthy. For millions of years through evolution, we've had periods of time where we didn't eat, and so it's very healthy for you to go for long periods of time without eating. You're going to be okay, but you want to ease into this. You don't want to start with a 3-day fast. You want to graduate over time to increasing the time length that you fast, because over time you'll become more metabolically flexible. And so where you're burning fat during your fast versus sugar. If you're eating 3-4 meals a day, you're going to be burning the carbohydrates and the sugars in that food versus the fat on your body. So fasting is key to burn fat. So #2, you want to eat more vegetables. And so my rule of thumb is that I want half of my plate full of vegetables. And this is a great rule of thumb, even if you're not during the holidays, but especially during this time, it's so easy to fill up with other kinds of garbage, with pies and cakes and other things like that. So make sure your plate's half full of vegetables. This will give you a lot of fiber, help you digest your food. You need that fiber to feed your gut bacteria and to help with detoxification. So super, super key. So #3, you want to increase your protein. So this is the food group that's super key to focus on during the holidays, because protein has a thermic effect, so it takes more energy to burn it, and it ends up burning more calories to digest it. Protein is also really key to maintain your blood sugar control. After the holidays, all the overindulgence, your blood sugar can be on this roller coaster, and you need protein to stabilize that. So eating more protein is one of the best ways to get you off of that blood sugar roller coaster. So research shows that protein is the most satiating macronutrient. So it helps to keep your hunger hormones in check, and it also results in lower overall caloric intake. So have your protein. You also want to make sure you're getting high quality protein. That really matters. So you want to be focusing on grass-fed animal proteins, organic animal proteins, and the like. If you're eating dairy, grass-fed dairy, organic whey protein, things like that. So number 4, you want to drink digestive tea. So drinking tea is a great way to help digest your meals, give yourself a little bit more bile and other digestive juices to help you digest your food. So there's some great teas that I love. I love ginger tea, dandelion tea, and fennel tea. You can get different, tea bags out there, or you can get the dried herbs at your local store. But there's lots of great teas out there that help you digest your food. So ginger tea is one of the best teas if you're feeling digestive upset. Fennel tea has a laxative effect, so it's great if you're feeling a little bit constipated. And dandelion tea helps to move food through your digestive tract and also helps your liver, so it has kind of a detoxification effect as well. So number 5, you want to skip the sugar. And I know the holidays, that's asking a lot, but you can eat a lot of food that really satiates you, really satisfies you, and you can skip the sugar. You can skip the pies, you can skip the cakes and the cookies and the other things. It's okay to have a couple of bites or maybe even one piece of pie, but you guys know who you are. When you really go to town, you're eating pie for breakfast, you're having pie after every meal, following the holidays, and you don't have to do that. When I was at Thanksgiving this year, my family had 10 different desserts, and I did not indulge all of them. I did not kind of give into that need to want to taste every single one of them. I had one piece of pie and that's it. So I got my little fix, but that was just my rule. I chose the best dessert that I wanted and I only did that one. Because sugar is what is going to pack on those pounds. It's going to give you a blood sugar roller coaster. Because if you eat a lot of carbohydrates at one meal, a few hours later your blood sugar is going to crash, and then you're going to have this artificial hunger again. So if you eat a lot of sugar at one meal, it's really going to throw a wrench into your satiety, hunger hormones, and your body's going to fool you into thinking that you need more food or it's time to eat again when it's actually not. So skipping the sugar can help keep you off of that blood sugar roller coaster and from packing on the pounds. So number 6, you want to avoid alcohol. So if you want to do anything this holiday season to avoid weight gain, skip the alcohol. And I know that's, a lot to ask, but maybe one glass is okay at dinner. People are going to drink alcohol over the holidays, but if you really want to be focused, if you really want to be clear and head into the new year without gaining too much weight, just skip the alcohol. Because what happens is when you drink alcohol, that it's just these empty calories that skyrocket your blood sugar. They go right into your stomach. It just increases your blood sugar, increases your insulin, increases your cortisol level, and that can lead to weight gain. Alcohol is very inflammatory as well, which can cause weight gain. And so it just leads to this chronic inflammatory process. You might have noticed the next day after you drink alcohol, your face is puffy, your eyes are puffy, your nose is kind of red. The reason for that is that inflammatory process that alcohol induces. And also it interferes in the digestive process as well, because while your liver is dealing with this 911, that's the alcohol, processing this alcohol through your body, it's not going to be as effective at digesting the food as you're eating, at breaking it down. It's not going to be as effective at detoxification. It just interferes in a lot of crucial processes in your body, which is why it's one of the number one thing that cause weight gain or interfere in weight loss. And one thing I always tell people, you're probably not going to lose weight if you're drinking alcohol. Those two things just don't go hand in hand. So number 7, you want to get moving. So if you're eating a lot of food, just go for a walk after every meal. Just have a rule. After every time you eat, go for a brisk 20-minute walk, or stay on your exercise schedule. Maybe you're eating a little bit too much food, but try to make up for it with exercising in the morning. You can do something at home. You can do some sit-ups and some push-ups, or go for a walk, go swimming. You could go to your gym. Just do something just for at least 20 minutes. Do some yoga. Just break it up. Try something new, because exercising is going to burn up all that sugar floating around in your bloodstream and will prevent you from packing on those pounds towards the end of the year. So number 8, don't be so hard on yourself. I know a lot of you going to the holidays, you had a plan to not eat so much, or maybe not to drink alcohol, or to not get, whatever your plan is. And the fact of the matter is that if you get stressed out about how much you ate or you didn't exercise, you want to beat yourself up, that stress causes you to have more issues. You have a stress response, you have cortisol, that leads to belly fat. So you want to practice self-love and self-acceptance. You know, we all fall off the wagon sometimes. We all kind of eat too much, and I always have a plan going to the holidays to eat everything on a small plate, like take a little bit of everything I want, but put it all on a small plate. So I do portion control. That's what I try to do over the holidays. But sometimes it's just mama's rolls. I have to have them. I have grandpa's, you know, southern pecan pie. I go nuts. But this year I actually did really, really good. I was really proud of myself. I didn't gain any weight. But for many people, many years in the past, I didn't exercise self-control. And so it's really important to just get back on the wagon after the new year and do the best you can, and don't get stressed out about it, because it's not the end of the world. There's so much you can do to get back on track in the new year, and you can use all of these tips at any time. So I hope everyone had a wonderful holiday, has a wonderful Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, and I love all of you. This was an amazing last year. It just filled me so much. There were so many things that I accomplished, and so much, you know, information and content I produced to help you guys with detoxification and with your health. And I'm looking so forward to more projects in the next year. So thanks so much for staying with me this year and watching all of my videos. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful holiday and a happy new year.